Arizona welcomed the first major sign of winter early this October morning.
National parks were given a green light to partially open their doors to the public.
And also, this winter storm brought dangerous driving conditions to the roads of Flagstaff.
Good evening and welcome to NAZ Today. I'm community anchor Randy Fendley.
And I'm student anchor Paige Lawrenson. Thank you for joining us. Northern Arizona woke up in a winter wonderland this morning and welcomed the first snow of the season.
NAZ Today's Mason Agnew braved the cold to find out what people are saying about today's snowstorm.
It's like magic. Oh my god, it's really cool. I mean, we're in October and it is snowing. Like back home, it would be going into summer now, and this is like the second time I've ever seen snow, and it's the most amazing thing ever.
Really surprised, actually. I know it was forecast, all week, but I didn't actually think it would happen.
Oh, it's really, really cold out here. I'm from the desert, so it's like freezing. And I did not expect this much snow.
Well, where I'm from, California, Southern California, LA area, don't really usually get this, so first time experience, so I'm really happy about it. So been just messing around all day, running around in the snow, enjoying myself and having a good day.
No. I like it. I was expecting a little bit more snow. I was kind of disappointed when I got up that it was all melted away, but I'm excited for more snow later this winter.
Actually, this is my I'm not from Flagstaff, so this is a whole different experience from me. I'm not used to snow a lot, so this is like really exciting and I love it, but I heard it starts to suck after a while.
I'm from California and I've never seen it snow. Yeah. So when it started coming down pretty good, I decided to build a snowman.
Yeah. And I'm her roommate. We ran into each other and we're really happy for the snow. We're not used to it, so we just decided to build another snowman.
Well, we're just playing around, the first snow of the season, and yeah, it's awesome. The first time I've actually really been in snow. It's awesome.
We all grew up in Southern California, so being in snow is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So we went out to come and play.
And not used to going to school when it's snowing. It's interesting.
I love it! It's beautiful!
It's really exciting because we're all from Mesa or Gilbert, so
yeah,
we don't see it very often.
It's new to us, but it's so fun.
This early snowstorm is definitely something to be talking about.
Yes, meteorologist Lee Bourne is going to bring us a little look at the weather today. Lee, I don't know about you, but this is just a little too early for me.
Well, guys, yeah, whether you're from California or whether you're from Flagstaff, I don't think anybody's used to early October snowfall, and it is very unusual. As a matter of fact, it's been 83 years that we've seen snowfall on October 10th. You have to go back to October 10th in 1930, and that was the previous record for this date with snow, and we only had a trace on that day. So it does not happen very often at all. Here's a look at some other early season snowstorms. When we talk about snow in September, there hasn't been very much all the way up to this date. The most that's ever happened, 7 inches, and that was back in 1961 on October 9th. And then you have a handful of other small snowstorms. In Flagstaff today, we were just about around an inch of snow. Later in the show, we're going to talk about some other snowfalls from across northern Arizona. Some locations did see up to 4 or 5 inches right around the Flagstaff neighborhood, so it really widely varied across town. We'll take a look at those totals later. Let me show you the storm system right now. Here we are in Arizona, and there's just a few lingering kind of what do you call them, scud clouds just behind this main storm system. The area of low pressure now moving off into the Four Corners brought decent snowfall to the Rocky Mountains, and the storm is really moving pretty fast, although the satellite loop is kind of creeping, but the storm system already moving off into the plains. We'll talk more about that and the weekend forecast, which is looking pretty nice coming right up. Guys, back to you.
Thanks. 3 local hikers are lucky to have been rescued, especially before this snowstorm. The hikers were rescued after the group was unable to complete their hike through the West Fork of Oak Creek Canyon. A search and rescue operation was conducted by the Arizona Department of Public Safety after the Coconino County Sheriff's Office received a missing persons call late Tuesday night. The hikers spent 2 nights there before being escorted out of the canyon. Even though the Obama administration is lifting the national park closure, the government shutdown has had a strong impact on northern Arizona. NAZ Today's Imani Payne went out today to find out how that's affecting us here in Flagstaff and if there's hope for the future.
Today I'm here at the campground surrounding the Lake Mary area here in Flagstaff. Now if you take a look behind me, you'll see the area is rather dead. Reason being is because as of noon today, all forest facilities run by concessionaires have been closed. For those who are currently camping here, they will probably be told to vacate the area. According to Forest Services, no campground services or amenities are currently available, and the sale of recreation permits and passes has been put to a stop until the shutdown ends. After a trip up to the campgrounds this morning, it was also discovered that all bathrooms have been sealed and garbage cans removed as well. However, there are currently no barriers put up. The Coconino County Board of Supervisors released a statement today saying, the closure of the Grand Canyon National Park, Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, and Lake Powell has greatly impacted local businesses and family throughout Coconino County. Each day these areas remain closed, millions in tourism dollars are lost. They went on to urge Governor Jan Brewer to work with federal partners to reopen our state's national parks as quickly and orderly as possible. Although Forest Services says the campgrounds won't be back up and running until spring of next year, the Obama administration issued a statement this morning saying it will allow states to use their own money to reopen some national parks that have been closed due to the government shutdown. So we may be seeing residents huddled around the campfire again sooner than expected. For NAZ Today with videographer Will Purnell, I'm Imani Payne.
With today's snowstorm, many people driving on the roads may have had some difficulty. NAZ Today found out more about how Flagstaff is keeping the roads safe on the snowy season.
With the early start of the winter season, roads become dangerous as snow begins to fall. Dustin Krugel, spokesman with the Arizona Department of Transportation, shared with us the steps that were taken to keep our roads and our drivers safe.
ADOT had approximately 30 snowplows out early this morning, beginning at midnight. And they were patrolling our state highways to make sure they're clear of snow and ice. The two biggest areas where we seem to have gotten snowfall is on Interstate 40 near Williams, and also on Interstate 17 for about 30 miles heading up to Flagstaff.
Though the Arizona Department of Transportation is working hard to keep our roads clear, Krugel gives valuable advice to anyone driving in the winter weather.
Expect the unexpected. Drivers always need to be prepared and just be cautious when they're on the roadway. And anytime you have these winter conditions, drivers need to slow down, plan to add some extra travel time, and give yourself as much distance between you and the car in front of you.
For NAZ Today, I'm Danielle Davila.
Coming up on NAZ Today, find out about a demonstration NAU students are planning on campus tomorrow.
Also, find out how one simple health scan can save your life. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Lee from the Ski House in Flagstaff, Arizona, and I'd like to show you a little bit of our ski store. We've got the newest products for 2013 from Line, Armada, Rossignol, Scott, Marker, Full Tilt, and many others. If you see something on our wall and you want to try it, take part of our demo program. We have hundreds of demo skis you can try before you buy for as low as $45 a day. So come on up to Flagstaff when you're going out to the Arizona Snow Bowl, and you can be as stylish as our model Holly. She's got some of the latest helmets from Burn, Spy, Nomis, and pants from Sessions. Not just stylish, but also technical. Ski House, we got you covered, any budget.
Hi, I bought Pepsi Next.
What's Pepsi Next?
It's the latest cola from Pepsi. It's got real cola taste, but 60% less sugar.
Real cola taste, 60% less sugar.
Yeah, I know.
It's unbelievable.
But this is the most impressive thing I've ever experienced in my entire life.
Oh, definitely. Let me get the camera. I've never had anything like it. My parents are gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna be so proud.
Pepsi Next. Drink it to believe it.
Modern Grove Neighborhood Eatery and Market defines the heartbeat of our local community by bringing together the food and families that call it home. Modern Grove, located on South Milton Road, open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Come enjoy the aroma and taste of our homemade bread, pizzas, and much more. Sit outside on our patio for a relaxing afternoon beverage.
NAU students are outraged after an incident on the bus system, causing many of them to plan a sit-in Friday. Sources say that one student riding on the bus was verbally abused after other students mistook him for being gay. The victim posted a Facebook status explaining the event, which had many explicit names and words, and he was quoted saying, "They also spat at me as I got off the bus and acted like they were going to follow me off and kill me." He also stated that nobody, even the bus driver that I was sitting right next to, said or did anything about it, and one person laughed like it was a funny joke. This incident has inspired clubs on campus such as Fierce and Prism to plan a sit-in on the bus system Friday to raise awareness of violence and harassment at NAU. Early detection for diseases such as lung cancer can save lives, but exactly who needs to be screened is something doctors are trying to figure out.
NAZ Today's Virginia Beamer tells us about a new trial that may offer some answers.
Lung cancer survivor Donna Craig probably wouldn't be alive today if she hadn't been screened for lung cancer. Craig was a smoker for most of her adult life. Then she saw an ad in the local newspaper that caught her attention.
That said, if you've smoked a long time, we're looking for you. So I thought, well, it wouldn't hurt, so I signed up and had the first scan, negative.
She went back the next year.
Second scan, negative.
And a year later.
Third scan, large tumor. I still had no symptoms of any kind. If it hadn't been for that test, I wouldn't be here.
Craig was screened as a part of a national study where she got a spiral CT scan like this one. Knowing who to screen is vital because there's a high false positive rate. But this study and others have shown if you focus on current or former heavy smokers, like Donna, more of the suspicious findings really are cancer. While lung cancer is the biggest cancer killer of men and women, diagnosing early can change that.
If you catch it late, the chances of surviving the disease are poor.
Today, Craig is more than 7 years cancer-free.
It feels wonderful. I feel very, very lucky and very grateful.
For NAZ Today, I'm Virginia Beamer.
Flagstaff's Pulliam Airport is working to bring another airline carrier to town by 2015. The Federal Department of Transportation granted the city of Flagstaff $800,000 for this project. Airport Director Barney Helmick says they are in discussion with multiple air carriers and hope to find one suited to Flagstaff's needs. Currently, the only airline flying in and out of Flagstaff is U.S. Airways. Helmick hopes bringing another carrier will allow them to route flights east to Denver and west to either Los Angeles or San Francisco. A proposal was submitted and will be decided on in the coming months.
Coming up next on NAZ Today, find out what this winter weather will do next when meteorologist Lee Borden brings us the weather.
And sports anchor Brooke Cowell has more about what's going on under those Friday night lights with high school football.
I was an ordinary guy, but I switched to Suddenlink's new internet, and now I can't stop being awesome, because it's the fastest in town. Downloads, uploads, any kind of load, everything just flows, at speeds 13 times faster than phone company DSL. Even when the whole family is online, there's no buffering. With DSL, we were suffering. Yep, anything the phone company can do, I can do faster. Now that I have the next big thing from Suddenlink, now that I have a house full of easy.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here. I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today, I'm just an aluminum can, but one day, I could be a stadium.
All right, a wild 24 hours of weather with the approach of this very unseasonable storm system. The huge windy day with the approach of it yesterday. And then this winter-type storm system showing up around 5-6 weeks early. I don't remember anything like this in my time here in Flagstaff. Today's precipitation in Flagstaff was 1,807 inches, just about an inch of snow. And I'm going to talk about some other locations and their snow totals in just a bit. I want to talk about our high temperature today because it was a record 39 degrees. That's a low maximum temperature for this date of October 10th, meaning it's the coolest that it's ever been for a high temperature. So this storm system is unusual in many ways. It beats the previous low maximum temperature record of 44 degrees, which was set way back in 1960. Average for this time of year, 64 degrees. Just keep that number in mind because I don't think we're going to, even though the weather's going to improve, I don't even think we're going to get back to average type temperatures. Our low last night, 32 degrees. We're in for a much colder night out there tonight. Since September 1, precipitation looking pretty good, just about a ½ inch above average. A cold day across the entire state. Here's a look at the high temperatures at some other locations. Payson checking in at 65 degrees. Sedona was 57, Prescott 52, and Page 60. Everybody way, way, way chilly for this time of year. Some rainfall numbers. It was rain overnight last night, turned to snow down to around 6,000 feet elevation, around 5 in the morning. But here's a look at some of the rain numbers. Payson 0.2 of an inch, 1/4 inch in Winslow, Prescott 0.23 of an inch, a trace down in Phoenix. Some healthy precipitation here in early fall. Okay, here's the snow totals that everybody, I think, you want to see. Williams topping off at some locations at 4.5 inches. Snowball up to 5 inches at the upper portions of the resort. Jacob Lake 4 inches. Parks 5 inches, a bunch of locations. Grand Canyon Village, Mormon Lake, Mountain Air, and Munds Park all at 2 inches. And here in Flagstaff, we were at the lower end with just about an inch of snow. And it'll rapidly melt out there as we start to see some improving conditions. Here's the storm system. The main cold front now already into the lee of the Rockies. This is the same storm that went through us early this morning when I was talking earlier about it really moving quickly. It's really scooting out of here in a hurry, and it's going to be making a big weather impact into the Plain States as we get into the overnight. The main low pressure lifting on its way out of here. High pressure, semi-high pressure, not very strong, building in for us. We'll rapidly see these clouds clear for us overnight tonight. We're still cloudy, 37 degrees, winds out of the west at 8 miles per hour. Overnight tonight, I think these clouds rapidly clear out. Coldest night of the season, forecasting 23 here in Flagstaff. Of course, we've already had a hard freeze, but we'll see some freezing numbers all the way down to 5,000 feet elevation across northern and central Arizona overnight tonight with the clearing of the storm and the very cold air mass in place. We'll try to rebound with the numbers out there tomorrow a little bit. 55 degrees. That'll feel balmy compared to where we were today, but we'll still call it cool because 64 degrees is the average for this time of year. Mostly sunny day out there. Here's a look at the numbers elsewhere. 69 in Sedona, Prescott 65, Payson 64, Winslow 64 degrees. Also take a look at your overnight lows. There's some pretty chilly ones out there, and the extended forecast for us. It's a lot of sunshine. Temperatures really never get all that warm out there. Upper 50s, right around the 60-degree mark by Sunday, but notice that little weird character I got in there, and it's going to be a little windy on Sunday and Monday. Another fall storm system scoots through, but it doesn't look to have any precipitation, but it doesn't really even look to cool us off much, but a couple degrees.
All right, well, thank you so much for that weather. Brooke, what's coming up in sports?
We have a lot of high school sports and a lot of NAU for you coming up.
For over 20 years and with more than 65,000 success stories, Coconino Community College's commitment to the educational pipeline is vital to your future.
My name is Sheila Hollowhorn. I study mechanical engineering and train as a U.S. Air Force pilot and officer in the CCC to NAU program, which helps students like me transition from the community college to NAU. Upon completion, I'll be giving back by defending our country, and that's why I support CCC.
With your support, Coconino Community College will remain efficient, effective, and excellent.
Hi, I'm Terry Markson,
As seasons change, so does the inventory at Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac. But before we make room for the 2014 Cadillacs, we've still got a huge selection of brand new 2013s to choose from. Models like the powerful CTS, the ATS voted 2013 Car of the Year, the popular SRX crossover, and Cadillac's crown jewel, the Escalade. You can always count on our same relaxed, no pressure environment. Terry Markson Chevrolet Cadillac, real hometown value.
Starting things off on the court with Northland Prep volleyball, they face off against Scottsdale Prep Academy tonight. The last time these two teams played each other, NPA took the win 3-0. That game started at 6 o'clock in Scottsdale Prep's gym. With NPA on a 3-game winning streak, they're hoping to keep that going throughout the weekend. Tonight is not the only game of the weekend for NPA. They will host their homecoming game this Saturday against North Point Prep. This will be the only time they play all season, so the Spartans, it should be a pretty exciting game. And that game starts at 11 a.m. in the Spartans gym on Saturday. And moving up to the collegiate level, the NAU Lady Jacks will have 2 away games this weekend. Going into these games, the Lady Jacks are tied for second with Portland State with an 11-4 record. Their first game will be tomorrow night at 6 o'clock at Montana State. Then they will travel to University of Montana for their next game on Saturday. That game starts at 6 o'clock at Montana. Switching over to the grass with high school football, the Flagstaff Eagles will be taking on Bradshaw Mountain for this weekend's Friday Night Lights. With only 4 games left in the season, the Eagles are hoping to get the last few wins to help them get a good seed in the playoffs. That game starts at 7 o'clock at Bradshaw Mountain High School tomorrow night. And keeping it on the field, the Coconino Panthers will kick off against Prescott tomorrow. The Panthers currently have a 1-5 record, but are hoping to get the win this Friday night to lose their 2-game losing streak. Prescott, having a 4-2 record, will be hosting the Panthers. That game starts at 7 o'clock at Prescott's Field. Moving up to the collegiate level, the NAU Lumberjacks are on the road this weekend against Sacramento State. After a loss to Montana last weekend, the Jacks are looking for the win. With our defense on fire right now, as long as our offense starts pulling their weight, the Jacks should be in pretty good shape. NAU currently has a 3-2 record. The game starts at 6:05 at Sac State on Saturday night. Switching over to our feet, the NAU Lady Jacks soccer team hits the road for the weekend. NAU will be going into the game with a 2-1 record in conference. And with the season just starting out, the Jacks are hoping to come back from their loss last week to put them back in the running. Tomorrow's game will be against Sacramento State at 4 o'clock at Sac State's Field. And on Sunday, they will head further north to play Portland State. That game starts at 1 o'clock. Well, golf season is back, although it's probably harder with the snow. But the NAU golf team will be in Palm Desert, California at the Cowgirl Desert Intercollegiate Tournament this weekend, hoping that will help the team get back on track. This tournament is hosted by Wyoming, and we will give you the update on this tournament on Monday. The NLCS Game 5 was played last night, and in this game we had 2 amazing plays, proving both teams wanted to advance. So tonight I give you MLB Plays of the Day. With the Pittsburgh-St. Louis game in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Matt Carpenter up for the Cards gets a nice hit to the left, but Pitt's Marte makes a diving catch to get the out. He makes it look like he does that every day, though. Now, top of the 4th, Walker up for Pitt with what looks like a nice hit, but shortstop Pete Kozma, look at that range, makes a diving catch, and that will help the Cardinals' momentum as they will move on to win the game 6-1. With the Cardinals winning that game last night by a landslide to move on to the NLCS, they have 1 day off before they face the Dodgers, who have had 3 days of rest. Starting pitchers Joe Kelly and Zach Greinke will put up a fight tomorrow at Busch Stadium in St. Louis at 5:30. And with the ALCS still undetermined with who is in the finals, the Oakland A's take on the Detroit Tigers. That game started at 5. With it being Game 5, this will make the series and will tell us who will go up against Boston in the ALCS. And as far as I know, Detroit was up 2-0 in the top of the 4th.
Boo.
Boston, yay. All right, I want to go to Palm Desert where the golf team is going. It definitely sounds warmer than here.
Yeah, I would definitely trade some snow for the sun right about now. But Brooke, thank you very much for that sports update. We'll be right back.
Wake the sun, tell him that I've begun to dream of things to come, and tell the trees not to look for me. I'm going to find some peace of mind. Wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun, wake the sun.
All right, welcome back. I think today's weather has us all here at NAZ Today a little in mourning. We're all wearing black. We're all sad summer's over or something. But I think we'll cheer up here because we're going to see a whole lot more sunshine through the forecast. 55 degrees tomorrow, still a little bit on the cool side. We're right around 60 through the rest of the forecast, a little bit on the windy side Sunday and Monday.
All right, well, here's a little update on one of my favorite things to watch on television these days are the music awards. So Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, who actually performed on the NAU campus last year, led the nominations this year's American Music Awards. The hip-hop duo had 6 nominations, and country pop star Taylor Swift and Justin Timberlake are not too far behind with 5 each. All of them will also battle it out with Rihanna and Bruno Mars for the Artist of the Year. The American Music Awards will air live from the Nokia Theater in Los Angeles on Sunday, November 24th.
And that's it for our show tonight. Join us tomorrow at 6 o'clock for our Friday show. Now we want to leave you with some beautiful images of Flagstaff's first snowfall. Thank you and have a great night.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean.